Hey everyone, I'm back with another tutorial for your PS3, and this time I'm going to show you how to install NoPaystation on your computer or PKGI on your PlayStation 3 in order to help you get some PlayStation 3 games. Now, I can't tell you where to get the games from, but I don't have to with these programs, so that's the beauty of it. Let's get into it. I'm going to make it quick without the baby talk. Alright, so the first thing you guys have to do is install Multiman. That is the first thing. If you do not have Multiman, that is a prerequisite that is required in order for you to do some of this stuff. I will not let you continue without it. Now, you technically do not need Multiman. You can use Webman, you can use another form of browser, but Multiman is the one we're going to stick with, and that's the easiest way to get it going for most of you. So we're going to take our thumb drive, make sure it's formatted to FAT32. If you don't know how to do that, I suggest you watch my previous video on how to jailbreak the PS3, and it'll show you how to format your drive to FAT32. You should have one already. If you do not, however, what you can do is download GUI format or FAT32 format, and you can insert your thumb drive, format it with that, and make sure it's FAT32, and then you're good to go. But make sure you have your FAT32 formatted drive. We're just going to stick it right in your computer. Mine happens to be in the front, so I'm lucky. Okay, so once that's done, you're going to go to the links I provided in the description, and you're going to go to the Multiman link. Now, the Multiman link is going to look something like this. And so you're just going to go over here, and you're going to click download Multiman base. Now, I've already downloaded it 1,000 times for this video and just going back and forth. However, I'm going to download it again for you just so I can show you what you're going to then do with it. So you're going to come over here, you're going to take that file, get that Multiman file from your downloads, and you're going to bring it to your thumb drive. Mine is called PS3. I'll replace it. It's not a big deal. Mine is called PS3. After I formatted my thumb drive, I named it PS3 for ease of use and ease of access with the tutorial, and just so I know what I'm doing. So I suggest you do the same. You don't have to, but I suggest you do the same. So now that Multiman's on that thumb drive, you're just going to go ahead and eject it safely. So we're going to come right over here, and we're going to right click on PS3 drive, the thumb drive, and I'm just going to hit eject, safely eject it, and now we are good to go. We're going to take the drive out, and we're going to place it in the rightmost port on our PS3. So if I'm looking at the PS3 right in front of me, I'm going to put it on the port that's all the way over here. Not here. Here. Yeah, that didn't work too well, but the right side. Remember, as a prerequisite, it should be self-explanatory, but your system should be hacked already. So make sure your system's hacked, and if not, you can check the card up top to figure out how to hack with my previous video. So what we're gonna do is just make sure you enable hen. Mine is already enabled, but I'll just click it for you so you see what it looks like. If you're new to this and you're trying to follow along step by step, just hit X. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna hit X on enable hen. Hen's already enabled on mine, so I'm just gonna close out, but it'll eventually say hen enabled. It may give you a little error, but don't worry about it. As long as it says hen is enabled at the top, you're good. So once hen is enabled, you're going to go to package manager, and then you're gonna go to install package files. You're gonna go to standard, and then you're gonna scroll to wherever yours is. I know mine is at the bottom, but wherever you see your Multiman, you're gonna go ahead and click X on that. Now, I've already installed Multiman 1,000 times, so I'm not gonna do it again. However, just click X and let Multiman install. And then after the installation is finished, you will be presented with this wonderful, weird, awkward icon that looks like Pac-Man, but not. I don't know what the hell it is, but that's the icon. So once you see that icon after installing Multiman, you can kind of chill for a second. So we're gonna chill right now. It'll just leave the PS3 just like this with Multiman up, but not starting it yet. Okay, sweet. So this is where the fun stuff begins. So now what we're going to do is download NoPaystation, and we're gonna put NoPaystation on your computer so that you can begin to transfer games, or download and transfer games from NoPaystation to the PlayStation itself. So what you're gonna do is use the links that I provided in the description to download NoPaystation. So we're gonna go to this link here first, and this will say NoPaystation down in the description, and you're gonna choose your platform. I'm on Windows, so I'm gonna click PC. So as you can see, NoPaystation downloaded for me, and then we're gonna go to the second link that I provided, which is NoPaystation PKG to zip. It's just a file that you need to extract the PKGs once they're downloaded to remove the EX data so that you can play the game and beat security kind of thing. That's the layman's term version of it. I don't want to butcher it too much. I'm just trying to be a liaison for the people who know the tech speak and the people who are just like, I just want to play games on my PlayStation. All right, so like I said, click that second link that says the PKG2zip, and you're gonna get to this website. Once you get to this website, you already downloaded the NoPaystation browser, so you're just gonna click here, and you're gonna click whether you're 32-bit or 64-bit. I'm assuming 64. I hope so. You might be 32-bit. You might need to upgrade. But if you want the 64-bit version of it, which is what I usually download, go ahead and click that. Once it finishes downloading, what you're gonna go ahead and do is unzip that bad boy. And so I will show you just how to do that, just in case you don't know. So after you got your downloads here, you should have the PKG2zip here, and you're gonna have the NPS browser that's downloaded. You're gonna get the other stuff soon. So we're gonna create a folder. Let's create a folder here. Why not? In the downloads folder. We're gonna call it NoPaystation for YouTube. Okay. So you don't have to name it that, obviously. I'm naming that for the purposes of the video to make it easier, more concise, easier to follow along with. So we created our folder now. You have to create a folder. You can name yours NoPaystation. You can put it on your desktop and your downloads and your documents. Just put the folder wherever you want to. Remember where you put it. Just name it NoPaystation. And you're gonna take the NPS browser file here, and you're gonna just move that into the NoPaystation folder you created. And then we're gonna go with the PKG2zip. I'm just gonna double click this thing. I'm gonna do it the quick way. What I'm gonna do is drag this out into downloads, go back to downloads, drag this PKG2zip that I just extracted into the NoPaystation folder. Boom, quick and easy. So now our folder structure for the NoPaystation folder that you should have, that I have here, is PKG2zip and NPS browser 0.94. So that is the folder structure, period. What we're gonna have to do now is go back to that link I provided for NoPaystation, and we have to get some TSV files. So we're gonna get TSV files for the systems that you wanna play. I wanna play PlayStation, and we're talking strictly games today. You can see there's DLC, themes, avatars, and demos, but it should be pretty self-explanatory how to do this after I explain this part. So there you go. We'll download the games, and then we're gonna click on PSX just in case you want PlayStation games. And those are the only two TSV files you need to get from the website. As you can see, they're on the right-hand side. You just click them and you get what you need. So PS3 games and PSX. We're then gonna go back to our NoPaystation folder. Let's hit the downloads. And from downloads, you'll see that I just downloaded PSX games, and I downloaded the PS3 games. So we'll take these two, PS3 games and PSX games, we're gonna drag them into our NoPaystation folder. So now, I've opened up the folder, and the folder structure for our NoPaystation folder is PKG2zip, PSX games, TSV, PS3 games, TSV, and NPS browser. Simple, easy, straight to the point. Now we're going to run NPS browser as administrator, just precautionary. All right. And we clicked it, and we're now presented with, whoa, this is the NoPaystation window with the options. We have some configuration to do, not that big of a deal. We're gonna do it really quick. So what you're gonna do is hit PS3 TSV right here on the right side, and you're gonna match that up with PS3 games. You're going to hit PSX TSV, and you're gonna match that up with PSX games, that's PlayStation 1 games. You're going to hit download and unpack directory, which is right here. And you're gonna pick a directory to download and unpack your games to. Let's pick something simple. I'm gonna go to this PC. I'll go to my game installs folder, and I already have a folder called NPS for YouTube video. You can name your folder whatever you want, but that's where I'm gonna download and extract the games for the purposes of this video. Then it says any PKG DEC tool. So it's any PKG decompression tool. This right here is right underneath the download and unpack directory. So click browse. You go to the NoPaystation folder you created, and you just add the PKG2zip. That's the one you want. So you want to click that for that box. So that's what corresponds with that box. So let's recap. We have the PS3 TSV has the PS3 games. The PSX TSV has the PSX games. The download and unpack directory here is a directory you choose that you want your games to go to. Mine for this video is my G drive NPS for YouTube video folder. And then any package decompression tool you use, the pkg2zip.exe that is also in your NoPaystation folder that you extracted earlier. Perfect, everything's set up, we're good to go. So let's hit the X, let the database update really quick, and then boom. I'll just bring this over here really quick for you, and you will see that it has populated with a bunch of games, PlayStation and PS3. So we're in the clear so far. So what I'm gonna do is, to make this more concise and neat for the video, I'm gonna get rid of Japan, I'm gonna get rid of the EU, I'm gonna get rid of Asia, I'm gonna get rid of international, and I'm just going to stick with American, US games, because that's my region anyway. And you can see there are a plethora of games that you can access. Now, for the purposes of this video, I would like to download something really small so that we can just kind of get it going. So let's do Tomb Raider, I guess, right? Why not? That's a classic. So we'll do Tomb Raider for PlayStation. What I'm gonna do is hit download and unpack. So I chose my game, Tomb Raider. You can double click it, or what I like to do is just click it once, go over to download and unpack, and just click that. So now this all depends on the speed of your internet connection. I'm getting 40 megabytes per second download. This is not really the smallest game. Let's see if I can find something smaller, because that's the new Tomb Raider. I apologize. Okay, perfect. Here's the old Tomb Raider for PlayStation, and it is way smaller, 210 megabytes, and it is downloading at light speed. So it's finished. So now it's done. It's finished downloading. So there's two things we need to do, okay? So let's get these two things going. What we're going to do is transfer this game to a thumb drive, and then we're going to transfer it from the thumb drive to the PlayStation for installation. That's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is FTP. I'm going to have to break this video up into a series or parts to discuss FTP and how to do that, but for now we're going to just do it the easy way. I'm going to show you how to put it on your thumb drive and just transfer that right over to your PlayStation and install it from there. Okay, so it was really quick for Tomb Raider to finish downloading. It was a PlayStation game, only 218 megabytes. Now we're gonna take that PlayStation game, put it on a thumb drive, get it onto our PlayStation 3, and install it from there so you can see the process and see how it works. It's really easy. So what we're gonna do first is take the thumb drive out of our PlayStation 3, no big deal. All right, we're gonna take that same thumb drive, just gonna stick it into our computer in one of our slots, and the thumb drive is gonna pop up. What we wanna do now is two things. We want to go to where we designated our download folder for NoPaystation games to be downloaded and extracted or decompressed. So for me, that was my G drive NPS for YouTube. So as you can see here, we have the Tomb Raider game. That's the new Tomb Raider that's not finished downloading yet. It's 8 gigs or so. We're not using that one. We're going to use the one that's finished, which would be in the packages folder. Your finished downloads will be in your packages folder. In my packages folder, you can see Tomb Raider PSX right there. That means the PlayStation one. So we're gonna take that, right click and copy that. I have to right click and copy. I know you can Control C, but this is not just for the nerds or the brilliant people, the geniuses. It's for everyone to learn how to do this as quickly as possible. So we're gonna take that and we're gonna copy that into our PS3. Let's make a nice folder here actually on the thumb drive. Let's just call it packages, just to make it simple. So on our thumb drive, we created a folder named packages, and we're going to drop that in there. We're going to drop Tomb Raider for PlayStation in the packages folder. Okay, and just like that, it's finished downloading. So, well, transferring. So now that it's finished transferring, we're gonna go back out. We're then gonna go into that same folder. You can just click back and just keep clicking back until you get to the decompressed games folder for NoPaystation, you know, the folder that you designated earlier. Just to show you once again, it's for me G, and then NoPaystation for YouTube video. your folder might just be named NoPaystation, but wherever it is, you're gonna go to that folder. Now in that folder, like I said, you're gonna have your packages. We just took our package, which was Tomb Raider for regular PlayStation, original PlayStation, and we moved it over to our thumb drive. We now have to take this EX data folder. Now this is very important. This EX data is what's gonna allow us to play the game. It's a RAP file. I'll explain that in a later video in detail if you wanna get real technical about stuff. We're gonna copy this EX data folder here. Just right click and copy, and then we're gonna go to our PlayStation thumb drive and drop it right there. Just drop it in our thumb drive. Okay, that's done. Let's now safely eject that thumb drive. I'm gonna put it into the PlayStation, into the rightmost port, like we discussed before. All right, now that we're back at the PlayStation, we swung over to the PlayStation. What we're gonna do is open Multiman. Now, this will be your first time, or if you already have Multiman, it won't be your first time, but either way, it takes a little second to go and click in. So we're gonna go down to Multiman. For me, it's right here, and we're just gonna hit X on our PlayStation 3 controller. Hopefully it's a 6-axis because that's the only controller that makes sense to have. And we'll wait for Multiman to load. Let me check my phone. Being really unprofessional. Okay, so now Multiman is now loaded. All right, I'm gonna switch my theme back to the theme that you are going to more than likely see on yours. All right, so we are in Multiman. Now, what we're gonna do to install this game is fairly simple. We're going to go over to File Manager. See, File Manager, and we're gonna click X on the File Manager. We're going to use the right stick to navigate this, okay? So I'm gonna show you, we're using the right stick to navigate this. Now that we have opened up the file browser and Multiman, we're simply going to copy the EX data folder from the thumb drive to your PlayStation 3 in a directory that it needs to be in so that the games can be played without having to deal with security issues or anything like that. So let's go to PS3 root here, and then let's go to dev USB 000. Now I'm going to click once on this EX data folder. Sorry, my Multiman decided to bug out and close on me. I'm going to click once on this EX data folder. I'm going to hit circle, and I'm going to hit X to copy. I'm going to hit the 2 dots above, double tap X to back out. I'm going to go to dev HDD0. Once you're in the HDD0 folder, what you're going to do is go all the way down. I like to use the D-pad to an empty space. Just hit circle and just hit paste. So it's going from dev USB to dev HDD0. You hit yes. Now it's going to bring you back here, and you're done. The hard part is done. You've already copied over the EX data folder. My advice to you is when you're using NoPaystation, download all the games you want, put as many as you can on your thumb drive, and get all the EX data at one time so you don't have to keep copying it. Once all the games are done downloading, take that one big EX data folder and copy it over just like I showed you, and that'll solve all the problems instead of you having to go back and forth. That's redundant, and frankly, it's really annoying. So at this point, you can just hit circle or hold circle to quit, and then hold circle one more time and quit to the cross media bar. So you're back at your main screen. You can also do that by pressing the PlayStation button and just hitting quit game, and it'll take you back to the cross media bar, the XMB. All right, now all of the work is done, all of the hard stuff, and we're simply going to install the game from the thumb drive. This is very easy. It will take some time depending on what kind of drive you have, how old your PS3 is, how big the file is. I happen to put a new hard drive in mine, a 1 terabyte that's fairly fast. So now we've closed out, we've quit, we are good to go. We're back at our cross media bar. What we're gonna do is scroll all the way up. I'm gonna scroll up on mine at least, all the way to package manager. So let's get to package manager. That's where you need to be. You click X on package manager. We're gonna go to install package files. So you click X. Now you don't want to go to standard because that's going to install from the root device. So that's going to install from the hard drive or what have you. What we're going to do is we're going to install a package from the packages directory, and in your package directory. Remember, we made that folder named packages. So now that's our package directory so we can install from there. It's a good way to differentiate between applications and other packages too. If you want to be organized, you can put games in the packages directory and leave the applications on the root of your thumb drive. But it's all up to you, whatever you want to do. However, once again, to reiterate, we're going to go to install package files. We're going to go to package directory. We're going to hit Tomb Raider and hit X. Now, it's going to say, please wait. Because this is a PlayStation game, we're going to have to take one extra step. If this were a PS3 game, there would be no extra step. It would just install, and then you can play afterwards. But because this is a PlayStation game, we're going to have to take one more step. I mean, damn, base god, holy shit. It's taking that long. All right, so when it has gotten back to this screen, there's not going to be an install bar for PlayStation games. You're just going to see that. You're going to see the please wait, and then it's going to come back to the screen. What you're going to want to do is take that extra step we talked about. You're going to go back one, you're going to go back another one. You're going to go to PlayStation Network content, and you're going to scroll down until you see the game that you downloaded. In our case, that's Tomb Raider for PlayStation. It is just mounted to the PlayStation for install. You're going to hit X. We're going to install Tomb Raider. All right, super simple. It's golden. We have installed Tomb Raider. We should be happy. I'm gonna play with Polygon Lara Croft. We all know what polygons I'm talking about. But before you do that, before we get to that, we have to take another step for playing PlayStation games. You gotta create an internal memory card. So what we're gonna do is scroll up from here where you see Tomb Raider that we just installed. We're gonna scroll up. We're gonna go to memory card utility, create new internal memory card, and just hit X. You want to create one for PlayStation since we're playing PlayStation. You can create one for PS2 as well if you're downloading PS2 games. Internal memory card, that's what I'm going to leave it as. They want to call it that. I'm going to leave it like that. And they assigned the internal memory card to slot 1. Now we can start playing some Tomb Raider. So let's just hit X on Tomb Raider and see if the install went well and the game works. Don't you just love that nostalgia, that wonderful PlayStation sound? Wow, old school Eidos Interactive. Man. I don't even remember the screen looking like this, but it obviously did. All right. This part I remember. Remember Lara's home? This is crazy. All right, let's start the game and just hit X. Back in my day, kids, I'm 35, I'm dating myself. Back in my day, kids, this was the best graphics we'd ever seen. People were lining up at game stores. You had KB Toys was sold out. EB Games was sold out. The Wiz was sold out. You couldn't go anywhere and get Tomb Raider because it was the best looking thing on planet Earth. Plus, you know, those polygons. All right, we finally hit the loading screen. There go them polygons. Oh, this is rough. I don't know how anyone loved this. This is rough, man. Yeesh. I mean, at the time though, it was amazing. All right, so that's how you walk. That's how you jump. She jumps so high and so far. I know there's a bear here. Look at this. There's traps. How are you supposed to know back in the day that there's traps everywhere? Like, this game was like a tech demo that wasn't supposed to come out, bro. Man, this game was... Yeah. This was something. This was something. I'm turning it off. I can't do it. I can't. It's off. Well, anyway, there you have it. We have successfully installed the game. The game runs. We showed how to create a memory card, how to transfer, how to use the ex data folder to make sure your RAT files are there so you don't have to run into any security or provisioning issues with the network. And it's all good. Pretty easy, like I said. In the next video, I will show you how to install PKGI, and I'll teach you more about FileZilla and how you can transfer files from your PC to your PS3 using Ethernet or Wi-Fi. I prefer Ethernet though. There's a reason for that, but you'll learn that in the next video. And that's a really quick and easy way to transfer with a really big, multiple gigabyte PS3 games over to your PS3 in no time at all. So thank you. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Questions, comments, concerns, you can leave those down there too, and I'll help you out. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.